Good morning. It's Friday, February 18th, 2022, and from the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice. I'm Mark Houston, filling in for D-Ray Knight. A legislative committee is pushing forward a bill that would decriminalize and regulate marijuana in South Dakota. The bill passed the Senate Commerce and Energy Committee with a vote of 5-3. Senate Bill 3 reduces the charges for possessing small amounts of marijuana from a felony to a misdemeanor for people over the age of 21. It also adjusts the classes for misdemeanors and felonies related to marijuana. Opponents of the bill argue decriminalizing marijuana will increase black market sales of the drug. They also say it will be difficult for law enforcement to enforce regulations. Proponents of the bill say decriminalizing and legalizing recreational marijuana was what the voters wanted, and the legislature should uphold that. They also say regulating the industry will remove the incentive for black market dealers and thus decrease black market sales. The Rapid City Area School Board approved an extra $15 to $20 million this week for the construction of a new South Middle School. The district will now move forward with negotiations for plans with Skull Construction for the project, expected to cost over $61 million. The new building will be located at the same site as the current middle school. RCAS officials say they hope to break ground sometime this spring, with completion set for the fall of 2024. The Rapid City Police Department is investigating 2 unattended deaths that occurred over the last week. The first occurred on February 10th at around 2 a.m. when police were dispatched to the area of 301 North 5th Street for a report of an unconscious individual under the 6th Street Bridge. The man, 38-year-old Marcus Big Crow, appeared to have died of blunt force trauma to the head. The second unattended death occurred around 6:15 a.m. on February 16th. Police located a deceased male, 48-year-old Cecil Red Eyes, lying near a bus stop on North La Crosse Street. An autopsy was performed and located, no trauma or other signs of foul play. Both deaths remain under investigation. And the Senate Appropriations Committee on Thursday approved providing funding for a controversial shooting range north of Rapid City. On a 7-2 vote, the committee okayed spending $5 million to build a shooting range on agricultural land. Half the money will come from the state general fund and the remaining $2.5 million from a GF&P fund. As well as approving the funding, Senate Bill 175 would also allow Game, Fish, and Parks to accept donations to build the range. The bill now goes to the full Senate for debate. In national news, California Governor Gavin Newsom has announced the first shift by a state to an endemic approach to the coronavirus pandemic. The plan unveiled Thursday emphasizes prevention and quick reactions to outbreaks over mandates. It comes nearly 2 years after Newsom imposed the nation's first statewide stay-home order as the coronavirus began its initial surge in the U.S. Newsom said there is no finish line to the pandemic. His plan is meant to return life to normalcy while putting in place policies, procedures, and institutions that can more quickly identify a surge and react to it. Masks won't be required, but will still be encouraged in many settings. A judge has ruled former President Donald Trump must answer questions under oath in a New York investigation into his business practices. State Judge Arthur Engoron made the decision Thursday. It is likely to be appealed. New York Attorney General Letitia James' office issued subpoenas in December to Trump and his 2 eldest children, Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr. Both of them have been executives in their family's Trump organization. They were also ordered to testify. The judge previously sided with James on other matters relating to the probe, including making Eric Trump testify after his lawyers abruptly canceled a scheduled deposition. And in international news, fears of a new war in Europe resurged as U.S. President Joe Biden warned that Russia could invade Ukraine within days. Violence also spiked Thursday in a long-running standoff in eastern Ukraine that some worried could provide the spark for wider conflict. Dignitaries raced for solutions, but suspicions between East and West only seemed to grow. Russia is believed to have some 150,000 troops near Ukraine's border. Concerns escalated in the West over what exactly Russia was doing with those troops. U.S. and European officials were also on high alert for any Russian attempts to create a pretext for invasion. And the U.S. Senate has voted overwhelmingly to show unwavering support for an independent Ukraine and condemn Russian military aggression toward its neighbors. The action comes amid new fears of a possible Russian invasion that could spiral toward a European war. President Joe Biden says there's every indication of a possible attack. U.S. officials have outlined stark scenarios of President Vladimir Putin's potential plans as Russian troops remain massed at the Ukraine border. The resolution from the senators does not carry the force of law, but puts the Senate on record supporting Ukraine and condemning Russian aggression. Your weather details for today include a windy Friday with highs getting up close to 48 degrees and then mostly cloudy with 24 tonight. We'll start the weekend Saturday with sunshine and 56. This is the Daily Slice from the Home Slice News Center. I'm Mark Houston.